Imagine losing your heart and simply growing a new one, losing part of your brain and rebuilding it. Even a crushed spinal cord isn't the end. There is a tiny animal that can do all of this naturally. Scientists have spent decades trying to understand its impossible powers, hoping they might one day help heal the human body. But here's the real mystery. If this creature is so perfectly designed to survive, why is it disappearing from the wild? Hidden beneath the quiet waters of southern Mexico lives one of nature's greatest paradoxes. The axolotl looks like a smiling cartoon character, yet inside its tiny body lies one of the most advanced repair systems ever discovered in a vertebrate. It doesn't roar, hunt giant prey, or dominate its habitat. Instead, its greatest strength is something no predator can steal: the ability to begin again. Long before modern laboratories filled with microscopes and DNA sequencers, the axolotl was already famous. The ancient Aztecs believed it was connected to Xolotl, the god of fire and transformation. According to legend, Xolotl transformed himself into this strange water creature to escape death. Whether the story is true or not, it perfectly describes an animal that seems to transform the impossible into reality. But legends can only tell part of the story. The real axolotl lives in a place that has changed dramatically over time. Thousands of years ago, large freshwater lakes surrounded what is now Mexico City. These cool, clear waters were filled with fish, aquatic plants, insects, and countless hidden shelters. It was the perfect home for an animal that preferred calm water over rushing rivers. Today, that world has almost vanished. Most of those ancient lakes were drained as the city expanded. Only a small network of canals in Xochimilco still provides natural habitat for the wild axolotl. From above, these canals appear peaceful, with colorful boats drifting across the water. But beneath the surface, an entirely different story is unfolding. Pollution slowly changes the water. Invasive fish search for eggs and young axolotls. Human development continues to shrink their home. One of the world's most extraordinary animals now survives in one of its smallest natural ranges. Ironically, you're far more likely to see an axolotl inside an aquarium than in the wild. At first glance, it doesn't even look real. Its tiny black eyes, permanent smile, soft body, and feathery gills make it look more like a fantasy creature than a real salamander. Those delicate branches growing from both sides of its head aren't ears or decorations. They're highly specialized external gills filled with thousands of tiny blood vessels that absorb oxygen directly from the surrounding water. Each gentle movement of the gills helps the axolotl breathe. But breathing through gills isn't its only trick. Unlike most amphibians, the axolotl refuses to grow up in the usual way. Most salamanders begin life underwater before transforming into land-dwelling adults. During this process, they lose their gills, develop stronger lungs, and leave the water forever. The axolotl does something completely different. It stays young. Scientists call this remarkable condition neoteny. Instead of completing the normal transformation, the axolotl reaches adulthood while keeping many of its juvenile features. It can reproduce, hunt, and survive without ever leaving the water. For decades, researchers wondered why evolution allowed this unusual life strategy. The answer appears to lie in its environment. As long as cool freshwater provides everything it needs, there is no advantage in leaving. Why risk life on land when food, shelter, and mates already exist underwater? Nature found a shortcut. Things get even more surprising when you look at its colors. Wild axolotls usually wear dark shades of brown, gray, or nearly black with tiny golden speckles. These colors make them almost disappear against muddy lake bottoms covered with plants and fallen leaves. But the axolotls seen in most aquariums tell a different story. Many are pale pink with bright red gills that gently wave through the water like underwater flowers. Others are golden, white, black, or even speckled with unusual patterns. These stunning colors weren't created by nature alone. Most resulted from generations of careful breeding in captivity, where predators are no longer selecting for camouflage. Yet no matter the color, every healthy axolotl carries the same extraordinary biology hidden beneath its skin. And that biology becomes most impressive when night arrives. As darkness settles over the canals, the axolotl slowly comes to life. It doesn't race through the water searching for food. It waits, almost perfectly still. Its eyes are not especially sharp, but another sense takes over. Tiny movements in the water reveal the location of nearby insects, worms, freshwater shrimp, small fish, snails, and insect larvae. Every ripple tells a story. Then everything happens in less than a second. Instead of biting its prey, the axolotl suddenly opens its mouth with incredible speed. Water rushes inward like a miniature vacuum cleaner. The prey never sees it coming. Scientists call this suction feeding, and it's one of the most efficient hunting methods found among aquatic amphibians. The entire attack lasts only a fraction of a second. By the time the water settles again, the meal has already disappeared. But hunting is only one challenge. Every hunter eventually becomes someone else's prey. Large fish, wading birds, snakes, and other aquatic predators constantly patrol the canals. For an animal that rarely grows longer than 30 centimeters, escaping danger requires patience rather than power. The axolotl has learned to trust stillness. Remaining motionless often makes it nearly invisible against the muddy bottom. When that fails, one powerful sweep of its broad tail launches it through the water with surprising speed before disappearing beneath tangled underwater plants. But sometimes escape isn't fast enough. A predator grabs a leg, or tears away part of the tail. For almost every other vertebrate, that injury would remain forever. For the axolotl, the story is only beginning. Within days, something remarkable starts happening. Cells gather around the wound. Instead of forming thick scar tissue like the human body does, they begin creating entirely new living tissue. Bone, muscle, skin, blood vessels, nerves. Every missing piece slowly returns to exactly where it belongs. Scientists later made an even stranger discovery. This isn't limited to arms and legs. Axolotls can regenerate parts of their spinal cord, jaw, heart tissue, skin, and even sections of their brain without leaving permanent scars. No other well-studied vertebrate performs regeneration on this scale with such accuracy. Researchers around the world continue searching for the biological instructions hidden inside its cells. If those instructions can one day be understood, they could transform medicine forever. But regeneration is only one chapter in the axolotl's incredible life. The real mystery begins when it's time to create the next generation, because its unusual courtship, silent communication, and the astonishing journey of its tiny babies reveal an entirely different side of this remarkable animal. As winter fades and the water begins to warm, something remarkable happens beneath the surface. Axolotls that spent months quietly living alone suddenly begin searching for one another. There are no loud calls or colorful displays. Everything happens in near silence. Yet hidden within the water, an ancient conversation has already begun. Instead of communicating with songs or roars, axolotls depend on chemical signals that drift through the water. A male senses when a female is nearby and slowly approaches her. But he doesn't rush. What follows is more like a carefully planned dance than a chase. He gently waves his tail, circles around her, then slowly leads the way across the lake bed. If the female accepts him, she follows. At just the right moment, the male leaves behind tiny packets of sperm called spermatophores. The female carefully picks them up, allowing fertilization to happen inside her body. It's a quiet process that has helped axolotls reproduce successfully for millions of years. But the real challenge begins after that. Over the next day or two, the female carefully attaches hundreds of tiny eggs to underwater plants, roots, and stones. She doesn't place them in one giant cluster. Instead, she spreads them out across different locations. At first, this seems like extra work. Scientists later realized it is actually a brilliant survival strategy. If one predator discovers part of the eggs, hundreds of others may still remain safely hidden somewhere else. Each transparent egg contains a tiny developing axolotl. Day after day, the embryos slowly grow until their tiny eyes, tails, and feathery gills become visible through the clear jelly surrounding them. Then, one by one, they hatch. They are only a few centimeters long, yet they already look like miniature adults. No parents are waiting to protect them. No family teaches them how to hunt. From the very first day, they are completely on their own. Nature can be harsh. Many hatchlings never reach adulthood because dragonfly larvae, fish, birds, and even larger axolotls are always searching for an easy meal. Every surviving baby is proof that determination sometimes matters just as much as size. Although axolotls spend most of their lives alone, they are far from unintelligent. Researchers have found that they can learn simple routines and even recognize patterns associated with feeding. In laboratories, some axolotls quickly learn to swim toward certain areas when they expect food. Others become familiar with the people who regularly care for them. Their intelligence may not resemble that of dolphins or crows, but for a quiet aquatic salamander, it is surprisingly impressive. Movement is another hidden strength. Most of the time, an axolotl walks slowly across the bottom using its short legs. It almost seems lazy, but appearances can be deceiving. When danger suddenly appears, one powerful sweep of its muscular tail launches it forward with astonishing speed. Within seconds, it disappears into thick underwater plants where predators struggle to follow. Still, speed isn't what makes this animal famous. Its greatest superpower remains regeneration. For decades, scientists believed regeneration simply meant replacing damaged tissue. But modern research revealed something even more extraordinary. When an axolotl regrows a limb, it doesn't create a rough copy. It rebuilds the missing structure with remarkable precision. Bones reconnect perfectly. Muscles attach in the correct places. Blood vessels form new pathways. Nerves reconnect so the new limb can function almost normally. Even after repeated injuries, many regenerated limbs continue working almost as well as the originals. This level of biological accuracy continues to amaze researchers around the world. But if the axolotl is so perfectly adapted, why is it fighting for survival? The answer isn't another predator. It's us. Over the last century, expanding cities have dramatically changed the wetlands where wild axolotls evolved. Pollution has reduced water quality. Invasive species such as tilapia and carp eat their eggs, compete for food, and disturb their habitat. Many of the canals that once supported healthy populations no longer provide safe conditions. Today, the wild axolotl is listed as critically endangered, meaning it faces an extremely high risk of disappearing from its natural habitat if conservation efforts fail. Thankfully, hope still remains. Scientists, conservation groups, and local communities are working together to restore parts of the Xochimilco wetlands. Cleaner water, habitat restoration, captive breeding, and carefully planned reintroduction programs are giving this extraordinary species another chance. Many people believe axolotls are simply strange-looking fish. That is completely false. They are amphibians, more specifically salamanders. Another common myth says they can regenerate forever without limits. The truth is more complex. Although their regenerative ability is extraordinary, it still depends on age, health, nutrition, and the type of injury. Scientists continue studying where those limits actually exist. Then researchers made another surprising discovery. The axolotl has one of the largest known genomes of any animal that scientists regularly study, around 10 times larger than the human genome. For years, this enormous amount of genetic information slowed research. But advances in DNA sequencing have finally allowed scientists to identify many of the genes involved in regeneration. Even now, new discoveries continue to appear. Researchers are investigating how axolotls avoid extensive scar formation, how they rebuild damaged nerves, and how their immune system supports healing instead of interfering with it. Every answer seems to raise an even bigger question. One little-known fact surprises almost everyone. Although axolotls spend their entire lives underwater, they still have lungs. Most of the time, they breathe through their feathery gills and skin. But every so often, they swim to the surface and take a small gulp of air, giving them another way to survive when oxygen levels in the water become low. And now we arrive at the discovery that continues to inspire scientists across the world. When researchers carefully removed portions of an axolotl's heart, the missing tissue slowly regenerated. When sections of the spinal cord were damaged, new nerve tissue formed. Even parts of the brain showed an ability to repair themselves under certain conditions. For generations, biology textbooks taught that complex vertebrates simply could not perform this kind of regeneration. The axolotl quietly proved otherwise. Every tiny cell inside its body carries instructions that science is still trying to read. Hidden beneath the calm waters of Mexico is an animal that may one day help doctors repair damaged organs, treat spinal cord injuries, and improve healing in ways we can barely imagine today. The axolotl isn't the fastest hunter, the strongest swimmer, or the largest amphibian on Earth. Yet it possesses something far more extraordinary. It reminds us that nature's greatest miracles are often hidden inside its smallest creatures. A smiling salamander, living in the last remaining canals of an ancient lake, may hold answers that could change the future of medicine, and perhaps the future of humanity itself. The axolotl reminds us that nature still holds secrets far beyond our imagination. A tiny creature, hidden beneath quiet waters, may one day help scientists unlock treatments that could change millions of human lives. Now here's something I'd love to know. If you had the power to regenerate just like the axolotl, which injury or ability would you choose to heal first? Share your answer in the comments. I read every one of them. And if this incredible animal surprised you today, leave a like and subscribe, because the next creature we'll explore has an ability that seems even more impossible than this one. Trust me, you won't want to miss it.